Welcome to Bloom State Radio. This is episode number 3. And episode number 3 this month is around my time with Muay Thai. Muay Thai, my absolute love. I absolutely love training in Muay Thai. It's so fun. And it's definitely got a similar sort of frequency for me in the enjoyment realm like yoga. And I know it sounds wild because it's like, on paper, yoga and Muay Thai would seem very different in the sense of like Muay Thai. Yes, when two fighters consensually agree to come into a ring and strike elbows and fucking kicks to the head and all those things. Yes, it looks very violent. I would say that objectively, of course, but actually when you understand Muay Thai on a deeper level, I mean, I'm still peeling back these layers. I've been in the Muay Thai dance for so it was a year in December. We're in April now, so December, January, February, March, April, 14 months. And what I'm still learning about Muay Thai just absolutely buzzes my entire being. Not just because of its sacred act, but because of the history that goes behind it. And I don't know too much of the history, but what I do know is that in Thailand, traditionally, when two fighters consensually come together to dance in the ring, they do this like really interesting dance. And as far as what I can remember, and please put in the comments, correct me if I'm wrong, this dance shows respect to all of the fighters' trainers and ancestors. And they wear this like interesting like ribbony band thing around their head, and they like put their gloves up to the air, and it's so stunning. It's so stunning. And there are flute players. I think they're called flutes. They're like these interesting, like the snake charmer instrument. I think it's similar to that. Has a similar sound to it. But anyway, when these instrument players are playing the music, they're following the frequency of the fight. So like if it's going slow, like their music would resemble the pace of the fight. And then when it starts picking up and getting intense, it's like, it's going off. It's so wild. I've actually had the privilege to witness a Muay Thai fight in Thailand, like I think I was about 25, so probably about 10 years ago, when I knew very little about Muay Thai. And the funny thing is, after the fight had happened, me and my sister, we were absolutely steaming on sandstorm buckets, and we got into the ring again together, and we were just play fighting, pulling each other down. It was pretty funny, but I never really had an interest in actually training with Muay Thai at that point. Although what I would like to touch on is that myself and my sister were obsessed with boxing when we were teenagers. We I don't know if anyone who's listening will remember The Contender. I forget what channel it was even on now, but it was like this program of boxers that were all training to compete to get a title. I think it was a long time ago, so I can't fully remember what the full relevance of the show was, but it was about boxing, and there were these very good boxers doing their thing. But even when I think back to it, like when I was even younger than that, I always wanted a pair of boxing trainers, and I remember getting a pair when I was in Liverpool. They were the kind of the fash at the time, actually, in Liverpool. The Isle of Man hadn't seen that yet. But yeah, I remember getting a pair. I'm feeling the hope. I don't know how long that era lasted, but I do remember it. But yeah, so back to like the boxing aspect of like being really fascinated with the arts of this. I've kind of always had a bit of a stoke for boxing, and just even on that one, just to give some context on how stoked that I used to be on boxing. What's his name? Amir Khan. So me and my sister were obsessed with Amir Khan as well, like fancied him like fuck. Oh my God. We'd stay up till like crazy o'clock, because they'd be fighting in America and stuff. and I wasn't only watching it because he was sexy as fuck, it was because I like boxing, but the two together, I'm like, okay, now you have my full attention. But then when his weak jaw was revealed, I started to lose interest, to be fair. And then, yeah, I think I just moved into a different stage of life. I did actually do kickboxing for about 6 months when I was, yeah, maybe like early 20s. So I can't remember the whole time frame and whether that ties up or not. But yeah, I did actually practice for 6 months in my early 20s as well. But obviously it didn't stick. So yeah, here we are 10 years on and absolutely in love with the arts of Muay Thai. So whilst it does definitely seem very violent, and I fully get it, like from an outside perspective, I see it, I get it. And I'm in no way able to even watch anything like UFC where, oh my goodness me, all of that is brutal. And yeah, like, but I respect it because it's consensual as well. But there are levels to gnarly, and I actually don't think that Muay Thai is that gnarly in comparison to things like cage fighting. Jesus Christ, that is absolutely brutal. Gee, there's blood flying everywhere. But I guess there is in Muay Thai, but not quite the same. Anyway, this art of Muay Thai, with this sacred spiritual essence that flows through it. It's so beautiful. And actually, traditionally, martial arts meditation would be a fundamental part of their practice. So I did do a little bit of research on it just to understand like its roots, and it's got deep roots within Buddhism. And traditionally, when Muay Thai started out, I think it was created because of a war, but I'm not 100% sure on that. It was like a style of fighting. Meditation was like the fundamental part of that practice as well. So it was like deep stretching and, you know, all the things, getting the warrior ready to go out into battle. But then obviously over the years, things get diluted and so does the practice. But nevertheless, it is still beautiful, and you can still do your own meditation practice at home if you so wish, to reap more benefits of moving with the art of any martial arts, really. But my experience first started with Muay Thai at this specific gym that I train at on the Isle of Man 14 months ago. So it was the end of 2023 and I'd been lifting weights for a year. I just picked up running again. I'm still doing yoga, I'm still teaching yoga, but my movement was starting to feel like I needed something else. I was just getting a little bit bored of lifting weights. I was like, this is boring, like next. So yeah, I was scrolling on my Insta one day and I saw this woman, Ravina, is it Ravina? It's Rav something. I will actually put her link below in the show notes. The show notes, honey, aka description. But right in this moment, I've forgotten her name. But anyway, I saw her with these boxing gloves on and she was fucking kicking these pads. I was like, whoa, okay, like this definitely does not look masculine whatsoever, and that looks really fun. I don't think I've ever seen a woman move that way with something that's societally deemed to be so masculine and still hold that sensual, stunning, feminine, strong essence as well. I was like blown away, not only by she moved, but just like the energy that she moved with it. And yes, girl, you inspired this one, and I'm so grateful for you, because there is, whilst, yeah, like I said, it is like societally deemed this really masculine thing to do. But actually, when you move in the essence of something that you absolutely love, like in this flow state, that is you connect into your feminine energy, and it's like an act of meditation as well. And to feel so at ease and stoked to move with something that's, you know, societally deemed so masculine, but still feel so feminine and strong at the same time is an absolute game changer. And I know that women are shying away from training in this art because it looks too masculine. I'm like, Jesus Christ, seriously? Like, the only thing you really need to worry about is your hair getting frizzy and you're looking sweaty. And I'm saying you don't worry lightly, because you don't really care when you're in there, and it's not that space where you need to be frizz free and sweat free. It's a place to go get sweaty and get strong, and push yourself to your limits if that's so what you wish to do. But moving in this type of art definitely allows you to have the opportunity to level up every time you step into the gym, while simultaneously knowing that there's still so much to learn, and you still a student, a beginner. Do you know, it's just so humbling and such a beautiful experience. And I rate you women, if you're listening, to go and get some training, because don't knock it till you tried it. And you certainly will not be knocking it when your pins are stunning and toned and strong, and you can use a technique to defend yourself, like self-defense. Really, really important, especially in this day and age, and especially in this community when our sex offence cases are rising. That's a separate discussion, but for now, we got to keep it real and know that our body can be used not only as art, and not only can, and as a I don't want to say weapon, because it sounds pretty intense. A tool that can be used to protect yourself if you so wish to, and have the confidence to do that as well. And it has definitely given me the confidence, after training with it for a year, to take my daughter to foreign lands alone. Because I know for a fact that my teep is strong, and you ain't fucking getting anywhere near me and my girl. And also, I wouldn't be putting myself in surroundings that would warrant that type of experience to happen. But I'm still in foreign lands, and I'm still a woman with a child, and you got to be prepared, is all I'm saying. Like, let's get real. I want to travel, and I want her to experience life and the world. But I, as her mama, gypsy traveller, has to feel strong and secure in my sense of self and being and energy to do that. And when I refer back to the point in 2023 when I needed something fresh, and this absolute goddess warrior was doing her thing, and I felt in my system I need a bit of that because that looks fun. And that was kind of the only reason why I started it. It looks fun. And I've tried a bit of kickboxing before. Yeah, I liked it, but I'm going to try something new and actually give myself a goal to stick to it. A minimum of 1 class a week for an entire year, regardless of how I'm feeling. And I embarked on my Muay Thai journey in the first week of January 2024, and I loved it. I just absolutely loved it. I started with a PT, and I had PT sessions for about 6 weeks. So I had 30-minute PT a week for 6 weeks, and then I joined into a class, and I still took a PT. So after 6 weeks, I was still taking PTs and attending 1 class a week up to about 4 months, and then I was in 1 class a week, and then intermittently having the PTs. I feel like I'd kind of got my momentum up. I started to get the basics, and when I say basics, I mean that lightly. I was definitely better than I was when I started in day 1. So that gave me a bit of confidence as well. I started to feel a bit stronger. But it's a humbling experience to go into a space and be guided around by people who've been there for years, and their technique is sharp. They know what they're doing, and I felt welcomed instantly, and got involved with what do they call it now? Seminar. Got involved in a seminar like after the first month of having PTs, and it was good, but I was recovering from a fucking vomiting diarrhea bug at the time, and decided to wear white short leggings. Thankfully, I was all good, but yeah, I got a little grumble in my tummy before I went in. And I went in and I felt the grumble and I looked at my white shorts and I was like, I'm here now. I can't help if anything happens during a kick. I'm in. I'm just in here now. And I really enjoyed it. And it was good to kind of move in a space and start to get familiar with the members as a group, as a whole as well. And big up, so far, so good. I've had no weird behaviour from anyone, nothing but receptivity. And yeah, I'm really grateful for that. I felt very welcomed as a woman into that space, and the girls are rad as well. Absolutely amazing at what they're doing and inspire me when I'm down there, when I'm seeing their badasses hitting those pads, especially the girls who've been there for like 2+ years. You girls ascended it. And I love linking up between mixed classes and females classes as well. Because they do just female classes, which is, I think, is a good thing, just to let women get eased in if that's the vibe that they want to feel safer in first before trying mixed classes. I definitely rate that too. But also the mixed classes are good, and Vlad definitely puts us through our paces, especially on a Friday night. Body shot burpees, almost dying on a Friday night. But, you know, I always leave feeling incredible. And I've had on 2 occasions, and they were around the early days actually, where I would be driving and I just all of a sudden feel very emotional. I feel like it is such a good release as well, like as a woman whose cycle fluctuates with hormones, and then we have a sprinkle of life and a sprinkle of sleepless nights and sick children, or child should I say. I don't have 2, I don't know why I said plural, but you know, to give context, if that's the type of environment that you're in, it's not always easy, and tension does build regardless of how much yoga you do or like breath work you do or like all of those things. I feel like certain energies require a certain output, and it's all dependent on who you are as a being. Like some people get their fix from, I don't know, something different, but I specifically like Muay Thai based on how I felt when I've walked in to how I felt leaving at times. And dang, it's a medicine, because not only is it like an act of meditation, like you're really present with where your jabs are going, and also like holding pads for people as well. Like you have to keep your eyes sharp, because if you look away, then that's not very wise, because you don't want to get no jab to the nose if you're holding the pads wrong. Which again is also something really cool to learn, because pad holding is a skill, especially when you're holding pads for grown men that are like maybe 4 times your body weight, and their legs are definitely like 4 times the weight of your probably 2 legs put together. Maybe that's a bit extreme, but you know what I'm saying. Like the bone mass from men and muscle mass, all the things, is obviously a lot more than a woman. So being able to hold those pads with confidence, with now more of the skilled longer timers, feels so good to just witness my own progression from like holding the pads and like being smacked back in the face because I couldn't hold them for longer periods. Like it's again just to witness how with repetition something can strengthen so rapidly, I would say. And there were times during this year commitment that I give to myself where I was like, oh man, you know, I'd be pissing down outside, I'd be hungry, I'd be premenstrual, everything in me was like, just wanted to smoke a doobie and just chill out. But I'm like, Leanne, you have made this commitment to yourself. Get your ass out the door. And sometimes I would bring food in the car with me if I'm like getting cravings for pizza and I'm like, I just really want pizza right now. I would make the pizza, wrap it up, bring it in the car, go train, and then eat the pizza afterwards. I'm not all or nothing. What can I say? And give myself the grace to have both, because I'm not someone who does well sticking to strict schedule regimes. It's just so sharp. I'm good at commitment, but it has to be fluid and it has to move in accordance with the rhythm of my life as well. So the good thing about the gym, Jones MMA and Fitness in Onken, is that they have a variety of classes. I wouldn't say variety, sorry, I would say like a number of classes mixed over certain days. So you can get your HIIT any day of the week. I think apart from Tuesday, I don't know the timetable off my head right now, but you have a mixed option of classes that you can attend. So if your life requires fluidity for a number of reasons, there's always a class there for you to get your hands on, or grab one of the PTs at the bush, because they'll sort you out. And it's always good to have a couple of PTs in the mix too, you know, because we need those to get the skills sharpened up. Like training alone, like bag work, love a bit of bag work, absolutely love it. Miss it at the minute because Elite Gym's bag has been down for weeks. But I think just like having this solo bag work and class work is good, but just getting that extra hit of one-to-one alignment every now and again is good to kind of just keep your technique sharp, I think. Whilst getting the weight training in, stunning, legs nice and strong, body nice and strong. I've definitely trained better now that I've started lifting weights again. So I've been lifting weights again for the last couple of months. But before that, it was just all Muay Thai, running, yoga. Like that was good for me. My body was feeling lean and strong and my legs were sharp and just looking absolutely stunning. And I'm going to say that because I've worked hard for it. Okay. I haven't just woke up and my legs are all like these absolute strong legs. I just realized I'm like kind of blowing my own trumpet a little bit too much there. But I'm stoked for the strength of my legs. So take a little bit of a humble pie for that one. I've worked hard for it because I've committed to training. And I just want to say for any ladies who may be listening to this, or any fellas, because I know that there are fellas out there who dip in and out of their Muay Thai training. And I get that. But what I would say is that if you commit to yourself, even just one class a week is better than no class a week. And there are a number of classes that you can weave through and get what you need to have that release and energy and learn how to strengthen your body and use it as a tool for self-defense if you so need to, because just 1 year training with, like I've just said, the frequency of my class schedule, class attendance, it gave me the confidence to be able to go and take my girl away, and also be in environments that could be potentially harmful to my woman as a body, like mixed saunas, for example. I rate it. And I would say also that not only is Muay Thai laced with this spiritual essence, with its sacred roots in Buddhism and all the things, and the fact that it is definitely an act of meditation, it's strengthening your body. It's like a full body workout. If you've not seen those Thais, like probably anyone who trains in Muay Thai regularly, have a look at their frame. Their entire body is toned like to perfection. Then you add some weights into that, it's like, whoa, unreal, seriously. And if you don't know, like the legs hold the biggest bones in the body, and that's where our minerals are stored within the bone. And when we strengthen our legs, we strengthen the body's capacity to be able to hold nutrients so that our entire being can be supported and strong. And obviously the legs are the ones that get us through the earth. It holds up our torso. And usually if you think about like old age, quote unquote, it's usually like knees that are going first, because the legs become weak and they can't hold the weight of the upper body. So it just starts to crumble down to the earth, which is wild if you think about it. Like, we definitely don't want to be on Zimmers, folks. You just go train some Muay Thai. Go run and lift some weights and feel amazing. So physically, mentally, spiritually, and again, even on that mental realm, is that the endurance. Like, if you haven't trained in Muay Thai, go try one training session. I swear, I nearly died. after like the second like little 2-minute round that we had, and just again, just witnessing how my cardiovascular system has strengthened its capacity through this insane training. Like, what's just even skipping initially, like 1 minute, I could not skip 1 minute. And if I did, no, I could, because Vlad would be there saying, go on, go on, go on. But after it, I would be like pure gasping, gassed out, needing loads of ushti. Now I can skip, no problem, 5 minutes, not really even get much of a breath. It's good, I can feel it being worked, but I have to pick up the pace and like, you know, move the rope a bit quicker in order to, get gassed out. So yeah, it's an all-encompassing, stunning way to connect with the body, and it is fun. And I have definitely considered getting in the ring for to meet an opponent. I think that would be really fun. But I am gonna draw the line on moving too far into that. I'm not saying 100% I'm going to, but my coach has said there are ways that I could, if I really wanted to like just have a go, where there'd be no elbows and there'd be shinnies on, so shin pads on. So I'm like, ooh, and I'd obviously have a mouth guard and a head guard as well. But this is in absolutely no way near my like immediate goals. I just have the eye. There's like a tickle there. There's a tickle. But we'll see. We will see. I'm just really enjoying moving with it for fun, for fitness, for feeling fucking unreal, because it does. It gives me like a whole different level of high. And not only that, something I haven't mentioned is when I started to feel more comfortable moving into the mixed classes, like the boys just made me feel so welcome. There was no weird energy. I've had no like creepy weirdness from anyone at this very point of time in my experience there. I'm not saying that that's never ever going to happen, because I don't know. We don't know these things, do we? But at this point, there has been nothing, and they've been really encouraging and wanting to see more of my strength, giving me little techniques and pointers, and having fun with it, and also letting them go a bit harder with a couple of body shots, or teach them like, you know, a bit more. You can go a bit more. They're not going in all guns blazing, fucking wanting to knock my head off. They're not like that at all. They're very respectful, and they let me just go full pelt. Most of them consensually are like, you just go 100% and I'll go 50 or 60, and I'm like, okay. And if I feel like that they could go a bit more, I'll say you can go a bit more, and move in that way. So it's really fun, and it's been very healing actually to be surrounded by healthy masculine men who want to see more of my strength, opposed to being intimidated by it. And yeah, that's also another topic in itself, but it is also really stunning to be in that space with men, and have that experience of seeing that I can do more, and really encouraging that. So getting there, hooks, uppercuts, definitely learning to be a bit more friendly with those. They're two that I definitely just felt like an absolute twat doing. Do you know, my arms just didn't feel like they moved in that rhythm. But so I learned. And same with shadow boxing. I just felt like I wanted the whole ground to swallow me up whole. When I was like told to do some punch outs, I was like, what? Are you fucking kidding me? I didn't sign up for this. I just signed up for gloves and pads. But I really pushed through, feeling really awkward. And now I absolutely love it. It's so fun. And I don't get as many injuries anymore. And the injury side of things is more like just getting really bruised in the legs. But the bruising is good because it shows that the legs are getting stronger. And that's what we want, obviously, is to be getting stronger legs. So you kind of just have to move through the bruises and the pulls in the shoulders from where you're like either overreaching or not holding pads properly and things like that. But Yeah, it does. It gets easier. In fact, I wouldn't say easier. I would say that it gets more fluid and less awkward. But stick with it, move through that, and really start to feel the fruits of your labor when you consistently commit to training in Muay Thai or something of a similar martial arts nature. And I'm actually saying that yoga is definitely a martial vibe, man. It's definitely part of the arts. They move so fluidly, simultaneously. So yeah, love that. Getting up to my 30-minute recording time, so I'm going to sign out now. I hope you've enjoyed that. See you in the next episode.